Welcome, you fine folk. You're about to listen to one of the most dynamic recordings ever. We're a Connecticut-based podcast that will never ask for a Patreon. That's not what this is about. This is about recording, creativity, and imagination run loose in the time when those things are needed. Welcome to Dungeonetics. In our previous episode of Dungeonetics, Wolfsbane did what he does best. Charm the ever-loving pants off of, well, all sorts of orcish threats. We were able to extract the location of the Frost King, who has been working with the orcs to wipe out humanity and civilization as we know it. Well, two can play at that game. We'll race it to the end. The Scaled Company has an idea. And once we get to that front door, bang a gong, let's get it on. But first, some mild violence. We charmed a guy. We sent him away. Why not leave a blood trail? Hit it, Skeet!
And you see him, and he's like, and he just like starts wandering off. And on top of it, he is leading a little blood trail.
Oh,
he's going to bandage it, so it's not like he can bleed all the way for 4 hours.
Right.
But there might be a drop here and there as he's making his way.
Yeah.
But then it also doesn't let him realize that he was charmed, or just...
He knows he was charmed, but
not
what is he going to do? Run back to the seven?
No, I'm saying he
Right.
doesn't know exactly. Yeah.
He knows he was charmed, and he just
doesn't care.
And for all he knows, that one volley of arrow was the precursor to many. So
yeah.
So now we can take a short rest.
Well, the short rest.
We get within sight of the camp.
If you don't take a long rest, you're all going to have a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
don't
Because you guys haven't slept for a day at this point. It's like midnight.
I'm so tired.
do not make me regret this.
Regret it.
When we're sitting, when everybody's setting up their camp, if you're sitting somewhere away from people, I walk up, I sit next to you, and I tell you this.
Yeah.
Can I do detect thoughts? I got it too, motherfucker.
Das Boot. That's all I got to say about that one. Okay, hold on.
But there's
Yeah.
a reason why at the beginning
Just pass it back. I'll burn it later.
Okay.
I asked everyone to provide their background because I always use your background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget my background.
It's in your...
I gotta
Yeah, your background wasn't.
I gotta rewrite
that
mine.
in-depth.
So
As it goes on, more and more of what's happening reveals itself that you guys have been destined to be in between of this long before this was thrust upon you. So you guys take a rest, or a long rest. You wake up first light. We're a little past first light, but because there's the mountain, you get a nice mountain sun with no clouds, and guys go to follow the orc.
Yep.
So you guys start heading north.
Can I sing? Can I
Yeah.
make noise?
To yourself.
You can do whatever you want.
do any of us have?
I mean, I don't really want to let an entire camp of orcs know we're coming, but if you would like to hum to yourself, you may, I guess.
Damn it. I forgot to include a sundial.
Alright,
The true adventure would just be able to look at the sun.
Yeah. Moss on the trees and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Wait, are orcs depowered in the sun? Are orcs depowered in the
He
sun?
No.
Took a rest too. I don't know how much on Lord of the Rings they were basing this.
Trolls. Trolls would be.
You know, in Iceland they say that anywhere that you see a mountain and there's rocks that resemble a face,
What?
it's a troll that was out past sunrise.
Yeah.
And it's now frozen as a rock forever.
it's all intertwined.
And that's why there's no more trolls.
I didn't even realize I have an extra attack.
Maybe there are, you just never hear of them because nobody makes them back.
Alright, so you guys start heading. You,
He was so inspired by my marching that he gets a D8 inspiration dice. Yeah, that's how that works. Do not use it for bullshit.
roll this? Not right now.
If there's a situation where you absolutely have to make a roll,
Alright.
you'll be like, Ian's good marching 5 by 5.
Yeah, roll.
It's going to feel real good.
Roll,
Yeah.
roll your bardic inspiration while we're randomly walking to a location.
He's like, I'm gonna roll this. See what I've inspired to eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
What inspiration?
Alright,
you have
so-
while walking.
like, kind of like the hairs on your arms for
And all over.
on you. Well, you don't really have hairs, but you feel a tingle across your scales.
Ooh, a tingle.
For Otis, for Wolfsbane, and for Duffin, you all feel like this weird tingle, and right at that you hear like just a little like skirtling of like as you're coming along the mountain thing, you see a few pieces of stone, and then you see this little creature standing there, kind of like hunched over. You'd say he's maybe at most maybe like 3 feet tall. He's got a big white mustache, goatee, and a little scraggly hair. And he's also wearing a red hat. And he's got these big iron shoes. And he's kind of like just benched over like this on the ledge overlooking you guys, looking at you.
Some type of gnome or something?
How big is it?
He's about like 3 feet tall.
Sounds like a gnome.
Do I know what it is?
Okay.
Give me a roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll too.
Yeah, I will also roll.
I'm not getting that one.
I actually speak gnomish. I would like
18
to call out
plus
if I could.
perception.
Well, I mean, I'd have to assume we'd know what a gnome was because we have
18 and
gnomes in
3,
our
so
group.
21.
Yeah, yeah.
4. I have 14.
Is gnomish,
Yeah.
but not quite. There's something different about it.
So like,
And what do we got for
so
rolls?
like a
I
brown.
got
I got a
23.
10 plus 4.
23.
Yeah.
That tingle you felt came right from the tattoo on your chest. As if someone was trying to tell you something. This creature kind of looks gnomish, but that's because it carries common ancestry. It calls out to you. Does anyone speak Sylvan?
I do. Ooh.
Dude.
I do.
Are you
I don't.
it?
Huh?
I said, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I mean, Sylvan is not Elvish, so yeah.
Yeah, I don't speak Sylvan either.
I got something.
You felt the tingle too, and as it calls out, you have a feeling that this creature isn't from this plane.
I say, hello, my friend,
Ho, ho.
in his language.
Humans! Humans, humans, humans! I must have crossed over.
I also have crossed over. I am not a human.
I'm actually a dwarf, but I can't
turn into
understand me.
I
Oh!
quickly turn into my form and quickly.
What are you doing in this world? Do you want to slit the throats of these humans and drink their blood?
No, these are my friends.
And
You see it reaches into a sack on its belt and pulls out this huge, like, sickle. Probably about 60% of his size.
I kind of
He
like.
goes, I like to drink the blood! Blood! All the blood! All the blood!
Whoa, space brother.
I kind of look at him, kind of perplexed,
Leave us
like.
alone, man.
I use, hold on.
Don't be a square. Look at that.
Calm emotions.
Oh, that would work. Maybe.
That's better.
Why don't you take off those little booties? You weird little guy.
Pa.
Let's make a Christmas.
No,
Fuck up.
it's Kip. It's Kip. Kip's shredding.
Kip Winger?
It fails, so you can either
Charm it or frighten it.
yes.
Well, don't frighten it, please.
You can give it 2 effects. You can charm it or frighten it, like you said.
Charm it.
Choose
Charm.
the charm it.
Yay!
And then have sex with it.
Because he's a hero!
Right.
Charming everything!
I can always tell it's like
He's
late
not
because
gonna
your sense of humor just like reverts into like being a 15-year-old.
Yes, yes.
Everything is sex and farts too.
Farts, dude, yeah, lots of farts.
Watch while he's sleeping, Roman soldier. Oh!
So the creature is like, oh, changeling. We are from the Feywild. We're in the real world, and there's so much blood. Why can't I have it?
Because these are our friends.
This is
They're here to help us find our way back to the Feywild.
Right, give me a persuasion check.
I get the 2 of them or just one?
Yeah.
That's a 13 plus 8.
3.
All right.
Plus 8.
All right, that's pretty good. They're gonna help us. But if I go back, there's no blood. There's so much blood there.
They're gonna help us get.
Look at that dragonborn right next to you.
I know.
I can bathe my body in it.
Wait, we're heading to a place where there's thousands of creatures, hundreds of creatures that you could feed on. And we could eat, drink all the blood together. That's what we're heading towards.
Disgusting. I don't want to drink it. I want to bathe.
You could bathe for days, months even, in all the blood that we're heading towards.
And he looks over his shoulder, and you see 3 others that look like him, but they're a little more like hunched over. Their skin is very dark, and they're carrying daggers in their hands and hoods. And then they're like, and they just kind of look at him, and they're like, "There's blood." And they look at you, and they're like, they also speak Sylvan. They're like, "Why do you like the changeling? There's blood inside him too. We killed changelings in the Feywild."
I kind of start circling them, kind of like studying them, trying to figure them out.
I say to them, we're heading towards a place where you can bathe in all the blood you'd like.
Why have a little when you can have a lot?
Why have a little when you could bathe for months in all the blood we're going to lead you towards?
All right, give me a perception check.
Not good.
All right.
We're talking about.
John's trying to figure out a way to start this negotiation. I'm trying to figure out a way to
We're hanging out with Elizabeth's family.
No, he's trying to like flank them kind of while you're chatting. So I was wondering if he noticed anything while he's flanking, but no.
Yeah.
The first creature seems pretty. He like 3 others showed up. He seems like he's starting to come around, but the other 3 are questionable. He's like, they kind of like look at you, and he's like, "Why don't you have your friend tell us where the other creatures are? Then we just bleed these guys and we go there."
Or how about this? I tell you where they are, and you just go. And we head it separate ways. We'll go back that direction, and you won't even have to even see us ever again.
All right, I will give you 1 roll with advantage. You're not trying to convince. You've already convinced the red cap. Giving you advantage because the red cap is arguing with you to convince his 3 friends. DC is not going to be easy. Let's give us a roll.
It's interesting. I always thought red caps were more like goblins than
Roll
gnomes.
again. Roll again.
Yeah, they are goblinish, but they're not goblins.
Literally the
So-
same thing.
That's 11.
Literally the same thing.
Alright.
You're the guy.
18.
I never said they were gnomish.
18 plus 8.
Okay, that's
26.
Come on.
26.
26.
Yes, 28.
Yeah.
26.
30, right?
All right, that
Yes.
the red cap is going back. And he's like, I guess. Ask your friend where these creatures are.
So I tell them where the orcs are, how to find the orcs.
Oh, yeah.
Head out.
I mean, I would almost say,
Head out.
don't tell them. Be like,
No, we send them there, then let them, the orcs deal with them first.
oh,
And then we come in afterwards. And they won't even notice us.
I would like to do that too.
Well, we will, but we far enough behind them where they won't have to.
It's the first battle of the Civil War.
That whole camp will be gone.
So, I tell them, and they say,
You know, the
We
first
leave
battle of
as-
the Civil
we
War,
don't leave as
it was
friends,
the same place as battle
but we
as
leave
the last
as-
battle until we show that.
Alright.
neighbors of the
Find where you guys
Feywild.
from.
Alright. The creature looks at you and it's like, you are a friend. And after I bathe in their blood and return to the Feywild, I will look for you in the court of the Queen.
I hope to see you there, my friend.
And you didn't notice, but as you were kind of flanking them, you see these other guys that are like 1 foot tall.
Yeah.
Like one of them just kind of comes out of like the rocks near you, kind of comes and looks at you, and then just like moves like he looked like
Kind
no,
of a
like
brownie.
no, like he moves like he was like either like the Flash or like Quicksilver, and he just
You just see after images of him as he's running.
his normal walk speed is 120 feet,
Yeah.
so he moves 4 times as fast as you guys walk.
Yeah, they have like 6 attacks.
Probably.
And you see him, he kind of like comes out from between your feet, and then you see him kind of like run up, and then you see another one come up from the other side. And then as you're standing there, you see 3 more, they jump over your shoulders and then scurry up the trail. And then where Duffin's standing, you see another 2 come up. One of them just kind of gently pokes your leg, and then 2 of them run up. And then where Oates is, you see he kind of looks over his shoulder, there's another one sitting there, and he goes, and then he just runs up.
Wow, we were really
So
fucked
kinda-
on
I
that.
kind of look at them like, hey,
No.
guys. You know, like,
Hey, if we're lucky, they'll kill the orcs before we get there.
That's my plan.
And
We'll
they
get there.
head back up into the mountains, and you feel the hairs kind of calm back down.
And you're welcome.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So what you detected was a weakening
Of the veil.
in the veil between the 2 worlds,
Yeah.
and these creatures cross through. At a certain point, you find the orc. He is dead, and his throat's been ripped out.
Ooh, the little guy's got to him. It looks like little guys must have cut up to him.
So at this point, you just start
They don't
heading
speak Sylvan.
in the direction.
Grab your thing bag.
Oh, so he's dead. He didn't make it to the camp. Well, I
No,
guess
the other
little guys
creatures
got it.
were faster than
Yeah,
him
they got him.
because he was limping
Yeah.
and not a incredibly fast fey
They
creature.
had no weapons.
Yeah, maybe if we hadn't done
And we
that.
gave him no weapons either, so we had no
Should've
weapons
thought
to defend himself.
I'm not getting shot in the knee.
Well, yeah, I guess
wasn't
I
very
take
wise
my
decision.
symbol and anything else that looks interesting.
But
on him.
he wasn't hard to miss because the
He's
snow
one guy
all
left.
around them, they kind of like painted a bird out of the blood
Yeah.
after they
Jesus.
slit his throat.
Jesus.
They bathed in it. They did snow.
They did bathe in it.
They did snow angels in it. That's why it looks like a bird.
Good lord. That's brutal.
So you guys keep heading in that direction.
Well, now we can just follow the blood.
After hours, you find evidence of another fight, and it looks like
Patrol.
you find some dead orc bodies. You also find some of the Fey dead. You find a few of the quicklings dead. You also find a like 2 blasts. Like there's like in the snow. The snow's pushed outside, and there's like a black stain on the ground.
Alright, so they definitely have spellcasters.
And you see orc tracks continuing away from this camp.
That was one of the scouts. One of the base camps.
There's probably you find 11 orc corpses.
Do we find anything of interest on the corpses?
Give me a search.
10 plus 4. So
All right,
14.
you look around. They didn't have anything of value. You do find
Yeah, I look on the fake corpses.
you find about between all the bodies, like these guys weren't like super rich. You find about 81 pieces of gold separated between all the orc corpses.
Alright, but nothing that may
nothing.
shed light or any
And
information.
there's 3 tents, so they're kind of like almost like Eskimo tents.
Okay.
And in one of them, you do find a simple, crude communication that is rolled and put under this cot's, like, I guess you'd call it a pillow, but it's a pretty.
It's like a rock with a
Shoddy.
bag over it.
It's literally like a potato sack with, some kind of like semi-packed snow in it.
Okay. Do I? Can I? I mean, it's in Orcish, so I should be able to read it, right?
Yep. And it tells you, I can't make the camp. Head north to the cliff face. Join the king's banquet. He is summoning the tribes. We will soon march.
Oh
H.
shit!
H.
Yeah, but he's summoning the tribes, and they're gonna march. This is getting bigger as we get closer.
January 6th.
So I relayed it. What?
And there's like a really crude. It kind of looks like a little toddler drew it, but it looks like a map that shows. There on the top side there is a mountain going in that it shows that kind of like shows like a big gate kind of drawn on it, and it shows kind of like an arrow with a dotted line to that gate.
So the gates
And
in
it
order.
says on it,
Gotcha.
it says Orc King scribbled in Orc script, which is actually just a corrupted Dwarven script.
All right, I relay all of this information to the group, and I show them the map.
Should I send a note back?
You may want to, let other people know that a giant orc horde is about to fucking go to war on the entire kingdom. Because we're not dealing with a tribe now, we're dealing with tribes.
So the tribes haven't arrived. What he said was in one fortnight they will be inviting. Right now he's having a banquet. So right now the
They're
Orc King
recruiting.
is having a banquet, waiting for all of them to return back with the people they want to bring.
Yeah. So then head out.
So it's like a moot. They're having a moot before war.
Did we take advantage of that shit? We know, like, the hierarchy of the orc kingdom. We understand how
the
how
king.
their culture works.
The only tribes you're familiar with
Are the two that are,
are
in
the two
map.
that have been outlined. The Creeping Frost, which is led by the king, which seems to be, from everything you've learned from the very beginning of this campaign up to now, are the most prominent, most powerful, and they have the backing of giants. The Dusk Horns serve H, and other than that, if there's other tribes, they're probably other mountain tribes of smaller stature or
Scattered throughout.
So, I mean,
I'm saying, is there something like Huff
Yeah.
was saying, somebody that's like a central
He's
person?
involved.
All right.
Then
so here's
pass
give me
information on.
give me an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah. You're on the cusp of an idea. You're asking a question. Let's see if your
16.
character would know the answer to your own question.
16 plus your intelligence.
16. So you're thinking, you're like, who is a central figure that we could contact? How did this session start?
Iris.
Kern?
No,
Kern.
Oh, yeah.
Kern.
Kern, someone you're familiar with,
Handsome.
and is the right hand man of the commander of the entire scaled company.
That's what I was thinking. Right?
So then we should
I
have
wanna
him
check
give the
everybody else
message
first
to
before-
Curran.
yeah, we were up here trying to.
So I have 25 words
So
that I can send him. So I need to have these exact 25 words, like
Alright,
Figured out.
Orcs gathering, send help.
I got it, guys. 4 words.
We aren't supposed to fight this battle.
Orcs gathering. Send help.
We're supposed to just stop that town from getting attacked. So we're like way up here finding out about this happening, and so we're obviously only a day and a half ride between more of our forces, so we can bring our own forces.
But when that letter was written, there was 14 days before the tribes were meeting the Orc King.
Yeah. That was,
You can ride back
And how
and
many
grab them personally.
How many days has passed?
How many days have passed?
You
since
don't
that
know. It wasn't.
letter was sent. It could have been sent 13 days ago.
Right. But
Meanwhile,
well, we know it
try
wasn't
to get
because of the other orc. If that was the case, more orcs would be gathered in the camp at this point.
Well, this camp was
This
actually.
was the main camp.
This was just an out, like their meeting camp
Yeah.
of Duskhorns, and it was attacked. And
Yeah.
it does look like some orcs
Got
either won the battle or fled.
escaped.
Yeah.
But like I said, 11 of them died here against those fake creatures you convinced to shed their
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah, just the Orcs are gathering, send help, give them our location.
What I'm saying is there's more information than that to give him than just that. Like 25.
So, Orc King is uniting the tribes, prepare for war.
Orc King uniting tribes.
We are on trail.
We're on trail.
I'm gonna like, make sure I got this concern words here. I don't want to cut it short.
Some orcs.
It just ends in the middle of sentence.
Yeah, exactly.
Orc
Some-
King uniting the
some orcs-
tribes, prepare for war,
some orcs
will attempt
we
to
animate.
intercept.
We intercepted orcs. Found out Orc King gathering forces.
hundreds.
Numbers in hundreds.
Or more.
Well, that's
Hundreds,
Consuming
thousands.
Yes, you're just wasting words.
Okay, wasting words. Gotcha.
you only got 25 words.
Heading toward
Yeah, tell them where.
camp.
Orc reanimation likely.
Oh no!
Yeah, I mean, we can meet up with our own forces to tell them.
Base located.
And then you can give a number, miles, mountain, and just meta that.
Alright.
Okay.
PDF file.
Okay.
But as you mentioned that your character is thinking that, you do realize not all the dead orcs here
Yeah.
have that tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just.
It's not always over an eye, sometimes on the
And
forehead or
who knows the orcs that got
Sometimes
away?
on
Maybe
their
they didn't
upper
actually
chest.
get away. Maybe they
Just reanimated and shambled off.
and shambled off.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they might not be alive at all. So they might
Yeah, those might have just been the
zombie
zombies
orcs
that
chasing
left.
after the phase that killed them.
Yeah.
How many words you got left?
I think we did 25. Right? Close to it.
Yeah.
We did 20, just about 20, so I have like 5 more words left. Some orcs can reanimate.
Or we could just say necromancy involved.
Necromancy involved on orcs.
It's still forward. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And
that's
you send that to Curran?
That's 24 words.
I was
Can
gonna
I
say
ask for peanut butter just
reanimating.
Well, you.
Well, he's gonna send me a thing back. So.
Slide left, slide right.
And he responds back with,
Fuck.
There's like a few gap, like the spell didn't make it, and then you get, I knew we sent the right people. Do what you can. I got your back.
Okay.
I
Well, that's
knew
good.
you sent the right people. Do what you can.
So we're going anyway.
That sounds wonderful.
As you come in through, weather is getting worse, and as you can see, in the wall is this big gate. Like it was probably crafted for giants in a long time ago. You assume on the map that is where the Orc King resides, and there's patrols on the way there, and that will be for next session. On the left, you guys track the orcs through the wintry conditions and have camped on some hills overlooking this ancient entrance to what the people you interrogated can only assume this is the seat of the Creeping Frost Orc clan. There are these giant wooden, metal-framed doors mounted into a wall of ice on the side of a mountain. And there is basically a snow-covered tundra field in front of you guys. The snow is coming down in a not like complete blizzard, but it is a moderate concentration of snow. And at this time, with the snow drifts, it will people on foot will have penalties. Everything's difficult terrain. Snow's up about up to your thighs.
Wow.
Would long strutter work here? The spell.
Well, that would double your move, or give you an additional movement to half. Yeah. I think long strider gives you plus 10 speed. I'd have to look, but that would essentially give you an extra plus 5 going through. So everyone, you guys, I just need to see everyone's spells for the people that have prepared them.
We cannot.
Can you see him from here?
I cannot. My eyes, unfortunately, are not that good.
I am good.
Based on these new rules, I can't change my spells. I have to
No.
wait till I level up.
Only when you level up.
Ah, that's it. We're at level 5 right now. Very good.
I got one more to pick.
I
Sorry.
also have sending.
I bet you do, big boy.
So
Kidding.
if you wanted to send a message back to
Well, we haven't got
Being
this.
serious.
Can we just use
Oh,
Mark's
no.
photo spell for
So,
movement?
yeah.
Just
This,
everybody.
Pass it down
when
to
I
Jim.
level up, strategy-wise, we can do
We
you
just
can do this
stuck in the
character.
snow?
Yeah.
Well,
So Rogar,
he does have
when
his
I get to be
spell,
a
but
bigger
it's a
boy,
second level
I get to
spell
learn this
for
magical
one
spell.
movement.
Yeah.
Humans tiny.
Yeah, you can.
But trust me,
GM, you can just
there's
make a
nothing
cantrip
tiny
for.
about it.
We had nothing for camping.
That's all I can throw around.
I was
Working
very
backwards.
tempted to memorize
You're gonna work.
sleep
You're gonna work strategy-wise. If you're really serious about this.
Over
I'm
in the
trying to
last
remember,
one.
like, we had the big battle right outside.
Let's just say
didn't
that
have to do
maybe
Yeah.
No,
we're
we
about
were
to hit
on
like a
that
throne
ledge.
room.
We had
I
those
can
battles.
start.
No, this is
That was
different
a very
ledge.
small battle.
As
Sorry.
you,
Won't tell anybody else, Mark.
What
you
happened?
know, you guys wait
What are you doing?
Rocky's selfing.
30 seconds before charging.
Instagramming.
That way, if everyone gets out and it's really, really bad, everyone can go back
Okay.
into live and steady height.
No, we had those battles outside
Huh?
and on the cliff.
So what happens if we're
And where are we were
We had a non-battle on the outside.
Yeah, and then
Yes,
Mark
yes.
sent the
Yeah.
red hats
Yeah.
into the caves.
attacking the
and now
orcs.
we're in like
Now we're outside the cave.
Now we're outside the gates of the orc kingdom.
Right.
okay.
I like
In
I
snow.
remember that because
But
I
there's-
reread my
Yeah,
notes.
there's obviously there's obviously no monsters around at the
I'm
moment.
pretty sure John will give us a recap
Right.
if you just
Yeah.
patiently wait instead of just
Nah, that's right.
jumping into
Like-
it.
Nah. Do we take the chance of opening the door and
It's epic on it.
getting found out?
Yeah, we're kind of in this middle of this.
Does the door have any magic
One thing-
enchantments on it that lets somebody know? You know, stuff like that.
That's a good.
Oh, we should.
Well, no matter how we play it, we don't really have stealth anyway because if we're traunching through hip thigh-high fucking snow, we're not covering our tracks.
That's true.
So
That's true. What I was worried about is if we go in here, does something know exactly when that door opens, or is there a secret entrance or some other way to?
We don't know anything yet. All we know there's a gate into their kingdom.
Should we detect traps or?
So you are on the mountain here.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
There's the gate.
Oh, so we have to go.
You have to traverse all that snow.
Ooh.
Do we? Can I look around and see if I see any signs of a massacre from the red
You did
caps?
that already.
So
You already
We already investigated that.
you
Yeah,
went
we passed that.
you went past the camp that was attacked by the red camp.
Attacked
Red,
by the red
Not-
Right, but that doesn't
The
mean that they
there's
stop.
tracks of orcs.
Now that we are all
There's tracks of
together,
orcs and red caps heading in this direction toward me.
Right, right. So what I'm saying is, can we see if there's any sign that their red caps
Yes, Bobby.
continue their?
You can see there are orcs in the distance there.
I like to take
There's
action.
on the
Bobby has
left-hand
a
side,
question.
there that is a little iced over little pond. There are orcs fishing there. And in the back, there's some orcs working on some armor and weapons.
I like to do his thing. So
Pa has a question.
no, I like to take an action.
Pa has an action.
After seeing how deep the snow was getting,
Yeah.
and if the walk up had snow on it, I would have cast this as well. I like to say, guys, it looks like things are getting pretty deep ahead. Ha ha! And I cast Enhance Ability, and I'm going to give, at 3rd level, I'm going to give Dexterity advantage for people. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's go with Skeet and Rogar. Tread the snow like a cat's
Just gonna
grace.
summon flames here and use it like
I have a
Hold on,
Skeet.
Skeet's thinking of something in his own head right now, and he kind of nudges Wolfsbane,
give it to
And-
What the hell are you talking
pulls him
about?
aside.
actually give it
For
give
a
it to
sec.
the druid.
Really? You don't want this? You don't want the...
He's
you don't
got
want
these.
He's doing something.
If you're gonna give this to me, John said there's. I mean, the DM said there's orcs over here.
I don't... this is unknown. I don't know that information.
All right, all
That
right.
makes sense.
We can see them though.
We
I
can see
guess-
them.
I'm giving it to Rogar and...
I think we should go off to those orcs we see off in the distance.
Maybe knuckleheads have fire.
We see it works in the distance.
They're fishing by the pond.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
True.
If maybe we can just knock their heads together and knock them out, and maybe there's
Star
something.
Wars style.
Yes, and we can wear their.
I
We
like
can
it.
put on their
Their skin.
Their skin. We can skin them alive.
We're not skinning people alive this time.
We can flay them, and then we can put their skin on.
I actually don't hate that idea because then we might be able to get information from them.
Right, I think so. We torture, and they get us information, and then we drop them in the water.
Do either you speak that?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Either you speak orc?
All right.
I
So
do not.
Yeah.
But do you speak?
No.
no.
Do you?
I do.
Actually,
most orcs speak
Oh,
common.
wait, actually,
Oh, do they?
well, they
I-
might be. Most orcs might speak common, but it's like if you go to Europe and you go to France.
Yeah.
Most Germans and French people know some English, but they don't speak it when
They're not
they're normally talk. No, it's just that it's not the language they speak.
Right.
I do.
It's like going to Spain. The Spanish
like
person
broken.
might know English, but at home they still speak
So
Spanish.
Right. It's,
you
it's
should go
broken.
with it.
It's broken English.
Yeah. It's English.
You got two heavies, and then the
I
translator.
don't
well,
know.
so yeah. So I mean, if you're just trying to do
Yes,
that,
Yeah.
you really only need one person to do it, and he can fly, right? You can fly
No.
now. Can you fly? Damn it. Like,
We can throw you.
I'm small. You could
We
throw
can
me.
throw you.
Well, Bob's gonna give us that so we can walk on the snow.
Well, no, it's just if you get bogged down in the snow, it's do a
options. I like the
dexterity
second
check
one
to
better.
make
Move
sure
quicker.
you don't tumble
I
your ass out.
I did memorize Long Strider.
Yeah, well, I already named the 2 targets, so we're good.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah.
you go up for that?
Yeah, it could work.
All right.
Yeah.
I like the second one better.
Yeah.
Do I summon my steed or do I
Although
stay on
I,
foot?
although I do get. I
don't
do
think
think
we
that
need
the
the
second one
force.
is so you can chaperone what's going
It's up to you. We can,
No,
we
because
can
then if something goes
I take,
sideways,
take the
like
horse,
Yeah,
and I'll
just
walk
run
beside
away.
you. We'll go.
Okay.
We could just be one person.
Should we
so
run
it's
it
less
by-
threatening.
Right.
Asking you information.
John?
A human in Orkland.
What could go
Wait,
wrong?
I guess we could run it by the group first.
What if we have Mark
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
We can
know.
let them know.
turn into a?
I'm the one that likes to do.
Can't
Mark,
unless
can
he
you turn
has
into
clothes.
an orc?
All right, guys.
I don't know if he's
Just
naked.
talking about that.
All right.
Stay tuned.
I might try to go in
First,
myself or
I
with
think I have
or
an
with
idea.
Wolfsbane.
I have an idea.
go
We
nuts,
are-
man. Take it. Lead on this.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back to the camp and become one of those orcs. I'm gonna take Skeets in as my prisoner.
Oh, cool. We're
And
doing
say I caught him.
Princess Leia.
Well,
Wow,
in
that
the
sounds like something
in the
cooking for a whole
in the interest
Really
of
just cook
of
the
keeping up
food.
transparency, you know, we might use it as a as me being a prisoner, or I may be going to confront my father.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wait a minute.
I may be going to demand they take me to my father.
Your father's an orc?
No.
His father is the leader of the
Negative.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like a space balls.
Dun, dun, dun.
Your mother was a snowblower.
I was going to hold that under wraps for a while.
That's
but
what I was trying to
decided
say.
It sounds like-
could be like.
It sounds like Lord of the Rings,
Yeah,
Rings
but
of
then all
Power.
this stuff with the lack of transparency in the
Why do
past couple sessions, you know.
I grew up in a normal home in a normal town. All of a sudden, everything got crazy. I didn't talk to anybody about the way I was feeling. I was scared and I was alone. I started drinking. I just didn't want to deal with what was happening in my life. I knew about AA, but thought I was too young. I found out I was wrong. If you have a problem with your drinking, why don't you give AA a call?
Visit AA.org for more information and download the Meeting Guide app to find a meeting near you.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you have a gathering or event coming up that you want it to be extra special for those in attendance? Do you love entertaining family and friends, but you just can't stand the fuss of getting a meat and cheese tray together? Well, let me tell you. Front Porch Charcuterie. That's right, Front Porch Charcuterie. A wonderful Connecticut-based artisanal mastery will make your event something special. I'm not gonna lie to you. Took a look at some of these bad boys on their website at frontporchcharcuterie.com, and I was very impressed. I'm taking a look at their medium round board for around 4 to 6 people. Oh my gosh, these little salami roses with the, is that, oh my gosh, that jellied fig. It's a beautiful 10.5-inch round tray filled with delicious cheeses which are in season. Even though it's just a JPEG, I can smell the sweet rosemary. This one, it's got savory meats, fruits, nuts, berries, honey, and chocolate. Oh my gosh. Remember, if you're sensitive to allergies, let us know. That's Front Porch Charcuterie. Ready for all your party and special event needs. Thank you.
So you're kind of coming up from this side. So now that you guys have cast all your introduction spells, what is the approach? Are we doing?
I don't even know now.
Orcs are here fishing.
What, 1, 2, 3.
You guys have sent ascending to Curran the Handsome, and he has, you warned him of the threat, and he responded that he's got your back. You do know from the data you gathered before that the orcs right now, like, there's no sprawling camp here. You know, a lot of the orcs right now are off gathering the different tribes that are in the mountains.
Recruiting, if you will.
And basically calling together like a horde to invade the Southlands. So right now, most of their messengers are out waiting for the orcs to return. You did find a missive that H, as the Harbinger is called by them, that at one point, the last camp that was slaughtered by the Redcaps, that there was 14 days, about one fortnight before all the orcs are assembled, but the letter you found was not dated, so you don't know how much time transpired from when that letter was delivered to when it is right now. But you know, obviously, that it is less than 14 days. Currently, you're concentrating, and the two of you are concentrating.
Why did we do all that?
What if I,
and now we're just standing here,
now we're
not doing anything.
So, like, with the bless, I'm assuming you're going to do this when you actually do something. The bless only lasts 1 minute. So I'm assuming you're waiting to cast those until you guys decide to do something.
Yes.
Enhance lasts an hour, so if you cast it, you can take your approach. But you guys will have to figure out what you guys want to do.
Well, we're gonna argue for an hour and 5 minutes.
Yes. Well, that's what I was telling Bobby beforehand. I'm like, how far you make it in this is basically how long you guys.
All right.
Can I walk up?
So I guess
I'll be a distraction. I don't care.
What happened to your plan? Like, how come you're
I'm a good actor.
backtracking on that plan?
Well, you know, I could.
Upon further review.
Well, upon further review, I guess we could still do that, and I could be like, I'm here ahead of schedule.
Perfect.
To meet my father.
Right, but that gets you an in.
Right.
And you know you're going to go in prepared, knowing your dad is not going to be happy to see you, but you also know that ahead of time where you can manipulate him. You know what I'm saying? You could come in with your tail between your legs, figuratively and literally, and be like, "I'm back. I fucked up, Dad. I'm sorry." Yeah, but but that gets you the in, and you know what you're getting yourself into. You could be one step ahead of him.
I
think.
up,
Anyway.
and then when his guard is down, like, actually, I'm just gonna fuck you.
But like, I don't know how it's played
learn
out
it,
between you and
but
your
it's
dad.
been
You do
one day.
Well, you don't know, but
I know that. But
once you're in there,
it takes like weeks.
Mark's character
to learn
is going to be
language.
doing
Well,
all
yeah,
that.
I'm helping him do that, right?
I have not seen my father since the day he healed me.
Yeah, so again, you don't know your dad's here.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's involved with the Duskhorn.
Right.
The Duskhorn camp up here has been destroyed.
Right. So, but what I'm saying is we could approach the
Fey creatures that you summoned destroyed the tribe you're trying to get these guys to fight.
The entire tribe?
No, but everyone that's here, representing that tribe.
But there are more coming, correct?
Yeah, they have more.
But
so what I'm saying is,
I can go back to that camp.
Become
one of them.
I'm the scout. We're the scouts ahead, and I was scouting it for the Vile and H and the rest of the Duskhorn clan, and
Did you say we had a body?
We had multiple bodies.
We have bodies.
Just take some of their clothes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That was the thought.
I feel like you should still go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, my other thought was just to carry a body in there.
Yeah.
Well.
As an orc.
Yeah. That works. You could say. Remember that plan you said turning the orcs against
That's what we're
talking about?
That's what we're talking about.
I think you guys need to roll some dice.
Yeah. Get in there, man.
We want to know if that's what the consensus.
Yes.
Wow, there's been so many plans.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens to you guys.
Yeah. No, honestly, we are.
We're
second wave. We're just watching from afar.
Yeah. Well, we could train some arrows on those other two.
Well, I will say this. Please stay close to me because I can do an amazing performance, which allows you to move freely with your action. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Just so you know, if you guys have to fire those arrows, I will be purposely firing arrows back in your directions with the obviously trying to miss.
Oh.
You know, to make it, to try to sell it even more.
Sounds good.
Yeah. If they have any sort of arrows or any kind of weaponry that you can use.
Skeet has 20 arrows in his inventory.
No, but your arrows. I'm saying.
I'm not shooting you with my +1 arrows.
Are there any arrows?
I use my standard ones.
Encampment we were just at that you can use.
They're all fucking rubbish.
No, but I'm saying because then if you shot those arrows.
Oh, I don't think, buddy. I don't think this is high class PH. Orc PD. They have an investigation unit that's gonna
SVU.
Look at the
This is
situation of the arrow. I don't think. Can we do a check? Can I roll a die to see if my common back knowledge of orcdom would make me think that there was an investigation unit for orcs?
Well, they don't have an official, but
if you shot with like a regular human arrow, it's not gonna look the same as an orc arrow. That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't know that. Paul wouldn't know that.
He's like, this man was murdered in cold blood.
Yeah, I don't. They're probably not different. This day and age, they make their own arrows. So I guess
It's a different time.
It'd be made out of shit from the area. So
Yeah.
You might be able to tell the difference between them. See? Made it a little.
Well, you gotta
It's
go
like-
back to the camp, so grab some arrows.
Yeah.
What's I'm asking?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do that? We could B team it and do
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
Dare we say it with us? Split.
No, nothing
Split
good.
the
Nothing.
party, split the party. Yes,
Nothing good
yes.
comes out
Group,
of it.
We'll go back for arrows. You guys march forward. See, guys. You guys up for it?
I'm marching forward.
We're not marching forward.
The whole plan is for you guys to
The whole
fucking
plan is for us to go in there with you guys covering us, and then if
So, we
for
want-
some reason it goes south, we start acting like we're fighting you with the orcs until you get close enough for us to fight as a cohesive group again.
Right.
So, do we have time to go back for the arrows?
Yeah, you can take your time right now.
Yeah, he's going to get clothes anyways.
Okay.
We gotta go back to the camp anyways to get.
That's a great idea,
clothing.
Wolfsbane.
do you want to drag one of us with you, like as if we're?
I'm taking him. Well, I'm bringing him along. He's gonna be my not
That's
prisoner
it.
now, I guess.
Yeah,
but now
everybody's dead. I think.
I'm gonna bring a dead body of one of the guys with me and say that we were attacked on our way back to camp.
I guess we could.
That's actually a good idea because there's less people in less orcs in the cave, so we could actually possibly slip in while the response party is out, locking the door behind us.
Actually, he's gonna say it because I don't speak orc. So he's gonna
I don't
say that
speak
we were
orc either.
attacked.
I'm speaking to.
Yeah, but
talking
you're
common.
if I talk in common tongue to a bunch of
Oh, yeah.
orcs, it's different than if you talk to
This
common.
fight
tongue
is
to a bunch
never
of orcs.
happening.
If you're like my superior,
You better hope they don't address you in orc.
Hey, bandage, just bandage bandage your throat. Like you seem like you got stabbed in the vocal cords.
Yeah,
I
or
could do
just
that.
I could stab you in the throat.
I could just punch you in the face.
All right, so
I could
I'm bigger
warp
than you.
I could warp you to wherever I want to.
You put a bandage on your head and say, I got
Warp
hit.
you to the
I got
pond.
hit in the
Drop
head.
you
Do
in
it.
one of the holes.
Do it.
All right, so
As they leave to go off on their merry adventure, I'm going to toss the bag of teeth at you. There you go, bud.
all right. So who's going? You disguised as an orc, and you.
Steal.
Yeah.
And we have a body of one of the dead orcs.
Yeah.
All right. Give me. You two give me perception checks.
An 18.
Mine's not great. But
All right, you have a pretty
16.
good job. So you guys are coming up here.
Or 91.
I got a 91.
Could you really warp me
I can
right,
work anywhere I want.
right above here?
I
and
can
just
work
straight
anywhere
on,
I want.
on top one.
we are dragging one of the orc bodies with us,
Correct.
already. Yeah.
So you
Well, I'm
guys
an orc, so I
notice.
gotta, like, over my
You
shoulder.
notice there's through the small thing. There's 6 orcs that are over there, and there's 4 orcs that are there.
Okay.
You do notice some shadows coming out as you're getting through.
My plan is to say
You see
we were attacked.
some hunters
What?
leaving
Oh,
the camp.
Good
God,
Lord,
they're on polar bears?
Yep.
The Polar Bear Express. Choo choo. Yee. Well, hello, Alpha
Well,
Encounter.
the best lies are rooted in the truth, right?
Yes.
So we were ambushed by red caps.
Yes. Yes.
Most of
We were encamped on the other side of that hill.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna avoid these? Or are you gonna?
No, we're gonna
walk
talk
right
to
up
them.
Act them like we know what we're doing. We're
Oh
going
boy.
for it.
Oh boy.
Why are we gonna try to hide? They can see us now. We're like
Oh,
not
boy.
that far away from them.
All right, we have to be prepared to jump in if things go.
I mean,
Sideways.
Yeah.
can you ready action without initiative or no?
No, they're not.
We're not in
instantly
the fight
attacking.
yet.
What's what I mean?
They're having
Like,
Rocky's saying, can we be on the ready?
right. So
Oh.
Just
the
in
rest of the
case.
group he's talking about.
Yeah.
so like
I don't think this is how we want to start off the fight. So
Yeah.
I think we want to let them.
well, it's
Yeah,
like,
just let them do
I'm saying
what
like
they're gonna do.
I get ready action like if somebody attacks you then
I mean, yeah, but to be fair, like we might not have to do that because Mark could always teleport himself away if he had to, and I can go invisible and just kind of run off.
Yeah.
all right.
So
All right, so they come out, and they you see that they had their bows at the ready, and then they see that you guys aren't game, and they shout something down at orc at you guys.
and I say, I just say, red caps attacked our camp.
In Orcish,
I say the veil between the worlds
He
are.
doesn't speak Orc.
No.
Neither of you speak
no,
Orc.
No, we've covered this already.
covered this. That's not fair.
Say the veil between the worlds is thin up here.
Yeah,
Rocky and Hutzel.
Yeah.
Right, how far away am I, by the way, from these
You're
guys?
like, so there's two ways you guys can do it. So,
well, here, hold on.
This is
Hold
like,
on, wait a second.
this is like a ground in front of the thing.
Yeah.
You guys can be coming this way.
Right.
Or there's a little ledge, and you can hide under that lip and run up, but you need to make a
Wait,
climb check
so
to get to the top.
How far away from both of these? How far away from Mark am I?
Depends. If you want to be underneath the ridge, you guys can walk up pretty close because the ridge is giving you cover. If you're going to just be out in the distance, you're going to be farther away.
I'd rather be in the ridge. That way I can translate the orc and transmit it to him like we did last time, so that he can speak orc.
All right. So, who is going to be underneath the ridge?
Me.
Who else?
I think we need some. I'll do it.
Polar bears.
I'll do it.
Too big.
Well,
all right. How about the other
heavy.
people?
Sorry.
Hutzel, do you want to go down there with everybody else? I'd like to keep a respectable distance since I'm a spellcaster and also bite-sized.
But you could become a bear as well. And
Not as big as a polar bear. Not as big as a polar bear.
you could be a very out of place
It's not the
brown
size
bear.
of the polar
Yes,
bear.
yes.
Remember, it is a hunting party, so they're like looking for hunting things.
Wait, John, can they see us in this little?
No, he says you're undercover.
Oh yeah, good.
Okay.
Bobby, do you want to go down with the rest of the group, or you want to stay up on the ridge? You don't need any more.
Two choices. You can stay concealed up on the ridge, but it's going to take you time to join them. Or basically, as the plane that comes out, the tundra that comes out from the fortress, there's like a little slope, so you can make a climb to get up the slope.
It's within my best interest to be wrapped around other people. Where are Sir Rogar and where are Drago?
They haven't decided yet.
Drago's down.
I'm down. I'm down.
He's down at the ridge.
All three of us, you're down?
Yeah.
He's
I'm
down.
staying near Sir Rogar.
Yep.
If need be, I'm going to do
Is Rogar
performance
going
to
down
allow
or
him to
staying
move
up?
Further. There, that's where I'm on ridge.
Rogar, are you going down or up?
Down.
You're both going down, so you're going down too then?
No, he should stay up. He should stay up.
So the two shorties are staying up.
You need some. We
You
need
and-
heavies down.
You and Hutzel are staying
in case
up.
of anything.
Well,
happens.
yeah, because
No, I'm just throwing it out there. Everyone knows
I am
what's
not a
going on.
frontline fighter.
So I'm gonna psychically link up to Wolfsbane.
Well, to psychically link up, he would have to use a spell to communicate
message.
No, I can.
Doesn't he have a spell? Yeah, he has a spell.
No, you have.
We both have detect thoughts, right?
No, but I have message. Right?
Yeah, he has detect thoughts. You don't have detect thoughts.
I thought I did.
No, he was the one that was reading your mind.
Well, all right. Well, then read my mind, and I'll translate.
Read my mind.
And the rest
Hey,
will
read my mind.
Because you can also use detect thoughts on the orcs
Sorry,
while you're in
free my
presence
Yes,
with them
yes,
as well.
and the rest will follow.
Yes, I can.
So are you going to cast that before you get there?
What is that? Invoke?
You better hope
that
they
info?
think in pictures and not words.
No, it was really good.
It turns out orcs have no inner monologue.
Give me a second. I'll come up with that. We'll get it for.
Alright, what are we doing here?
I'm just saying, if you're gonna try to sell this and you're an orc, you might as well be able to speak
It's something
orc.
very important. It's like one of
Does, well, at what point does one of us say Leroy Jenkins and run?
That's up to you guys.
How about,
Do you remember Leroy
yes, I
Jenkins?
do, and we're not going to Leroy Jenkins this.
I used to do that all the time in Borderlands 2. I had the achievement 3 times over.
I mean, you guys can Leroy Jenkins it. I'll just invis
Do not-
myself and watch it all
Yeah,
play
I
out.
mean,
not
the polar bears
Jenkins
by
it.
themselves would be quite a threat, let alone the guys riding them.
Detect thoughts wouldn't work for that thing.
And you're going to have to yell Leroy if you decide to do it.
It'd
So.
have to be.
Just I mean, if you detect thoughts, and I'll just listen to what they're saying, and then respond, and then you can respond.
They were influential.
Very.
Message would be the better one.
No, message is not going to work.
What if I
Because
message
you have every time you have to cast a spell and actually whisper.
Yeah.
Instead of just talking to people in your mind. Because you basically, they would say something and you'd be like, and then you'd be like, okay, yeah.
It can hear you, Ray.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Slimer scene.
Detect thoughts doesn't make sense either.
You're
you
listening.
can read the surface thoughts of people.
You're reading my surface thoughts. I'm listening to what they're saying to you. I'm repeating in my head what you should say back to them, and then you're saying it out loud.
Yeah, okay. We'll do that then, yeah.
Like a Sin de Bergerac.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah.
It's the guy with the long nose.
Shakespeare
that was-
thing.
that was
Shakespeare's
corny.
behind the bush.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, okay.
That's been done in every love movie.
Steve Martin was beautiful.
Yeah,
Charlie-
the comedy. What's
Charlie
his name?
Big
did?
Nose.
Steve Martin.
Yeah.
That's,
What
yeah,
the hell's the name of that,
spell.
though? What was the name of the movie? It's my favorite.
All
Which one?
Roxanne?
Roxanne.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the big nose?
Yeah. I used to call it Charlie Big Nose. I'm like, wow, put on Charlie Big Nose.
Charlie Big Nose.
Don't do that.
All right, they basically says, as you come up using this, reading his mind, you detect that the orc says, what basically in kind of a slang, almost kind of like insult kind of language. What is your kind doing here? The meeting isn't now.
So
He's the only one that actually can hear it translated through him.
I still kind of yell what I originally yelled. Like our encampment was attacked by red caps. The veil between the worlds is thin here.
I said we were camped nearby because of the storm, waiting for the gathering, but we were attacked. Like what would you be doing? A captain, major,
Just
leader.
I wouldn't go so far as calling me a leader. I would just say my associate here.
As my friend.
Whatever
says,
orc would call an associate.
Yeah, as my friend here has said.
Yeah, after you said what you, before he answered, the orc closest to you spits in the ground and just says Falcon.
About the Fae, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Or you.
Oh, or me.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
This was the last surviving. Besides the two of us, this was one of the last surviving members of our group. He passed on the way here. I didn't want to just leave his body in the snow, so I brought him with us, figuring we could come here for safety and shelter.
Those that die are not strong enough to get any of the people's gratification. Leave the weak so that they can be feasted upon.
I agree.
Throw the body on the ground. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the throw to the ground.
I throw it to the ground.
Throw it to the ground, guys.
Can we head
Spit
to the
on the
cabin for
body.
shelter and warmth?
I don't care what you do, but I doubt the king wants to be interrupted during his feast. As for the Falcon with you, only the people are allowed on them within the grounds of the holy site.
The Falcon.
There's it.
Yeah.
Fuck the Falcon keeps his mouth shut.
Or gets the hose again.
Yeah, or gets the whip. Do we drop the trump card or not drop
That's
the trump
what
card?
I was gonna say. I was gonna say essentially, the Falcon you're speaking to is the son of the Vial.
We didn't say that out loud yet, so you know. I played this long enough now to know not to say that.
Well, remember, you have detect thoughts going, so you can read other people.
Or just say something along the lines of the Falcon that is with you is not, or something along the lines. It's not as simple as it seems, or
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
Yeah. Something like that. We'll go with that.
Or it would behoove you to know who the Falcon that you're
Yes.
speaking about is before.
If you knew who this
speaking
Falcon
ill.
was, you would not speak in such ways.
You do realize
Yeah,
orcs
weird.
aren't that smart, right?
All right, give me a D20 intimidate check.
This is not going to go well.
Now, are you going to use your your buff here?
Should we both do it, or
Your bless?
Remember? Or just Mark?
I'll use my bless.
Yeah, you get a plus
Once
1
you roll
d4.
first. Think about it. You can't really reason with these people because they rule by
Both of us, or just plus
Now
the
roll
D4?
it really matters what he says.
No democracy here.
You're gonna D4, like Hustle said? Okay.
Wow.
I don't know. Hustle just tested.
Delicious.
Okay.
So delicious.
So
9, 10,
12.
11, 12.
Oh, and you're blessed.
If you have
Yeah,
any
is it
bonuses
good?
to go with it, like check the intimidation
I
section
have a
of
plus
the
8.
The world's delicious.
Okay. Yeah.
So 20.
Why? Why are you?
Yeah, you're also
21?
blessed
20?
as well. So.
Yeah,
we
you
had to
have
have
this
that.
guy.
Thank you.
All right, so yeah, you got a 20. He goes. He kind of sizes you up. He goes. He's still not allowed within the walls. You can wait with the orcs at the front gate for your people to arrive.
That is fine. We will wait.
I mutter under my breath, like,
We will figure it out. It's kind of like
there
like just put my hand over your mouth. Kind of like
a door that's been able to keep me out yet.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I mutter it to you.
Okay.
All right, so these guys just pass you by.
Good hunting, friends.
Wow. All right. Seriously.
Such a nice orc, Mark.
I'm high
They
ranking.
made it, guys. They made it.
I'm a high ranking.
No, we haven't made it yet.
We haven't made it yet. We just got by like
No, I know, but
the first possible booby trap.
they made it through.
And now a small bouncing ball goes across the road. A little orc baby runs out in front. What do you do? Do you run it over? No.
A paper cup, plastic bag.
Well,
flies in
There's
the
2 orc trains,
Yes.
and you have 1 lever.
Who survives? Who goes off the cliff?
Oh, that's fun.
Murder's fun.
Snowpiercer.
No, this is serious business.
No, John's looking at his book of. Mark
So what are you guys
Twain.
doing next?
We're heading towards the gates.
Okay.
Walk. Be free. Be silent.
Why would we just stay there?
You can't hear this. I'm muttering it to my friends up above. And Rogar is looking at me
Move forward.
Up above, you mean down below.
How forward do you want us to go,
Who
John?
am I with?
You're above.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're
where
going
is
straight towards the gate?
Yeah, where's the gate at?
Past the resistance.
Gate's right here.
Snow and everything.
Okay.
We're way.
But there's like 4 people right here?
Yes.
4 orcs?
Yep, just see, you can go up towards where.
The 4 orcs. Right here, Mark.
I would like to climb down now,
So
if
the
that's
4
okay.
orcs?
Definitely
4
think we
orcs.
should now.
Are those the ones you said are fishing?
No,
those are the guys
these
that are
are.
doing armor.
There's 6 of them, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken.
Those guys are making
So
love.
a certain
armor.
person who I'm detecting thoughts with would have to also follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sneak.
Right now he's following the little boy's room.
No.
No, I'm
talking about
me.
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can't talk in orc unless I'm there.
Which means you guys would have to. Since you see there's nothing in our
Well,
way
there's
here,
4
like,
orcs
within
there.
distance.
I pull up
No,
next
but you're
to
within
Rogar.
distance. There's plenty of snow blocking there. You can't see.
Yeah.
But
And
you
I
can
go,
see us as long as you can't. You know.
Why do vampire bats use red markers?
Does that make sense, John?
They like to draw blood.
The group would have to move up. So
There's a bardic inspiration. That's
Rocky
1d8. There you go.
translate.
You can have that.
Oh, yep.
There you go. When things get rough.
So since we moved up, you guys have to move up.
You guys all gonna like. Be,
I'm gonna
so
tell
like for him to read you,
enough
you have to be
performance
within
that he
30
calls
feet.
it.
Yeah, and that's more than 30 feet. So what's
Yep.
this is
You
like?
get that.
You guys are over in these trees
I don't know.
here.
I don't know if it'd just be better if I just go it alone and try to stick in the trees and try to avoid.
Stupid.
Wait, where are you, Rock?
He's
I'm
back
over
here with
here.
you guys, but he
A
has to be up within 30 feet of me to be able to translate for me.
Okay, if John's saying these guys are enthralled,
They're enthralled in their
Right.
fishing.
so you could go
Say
maybe.
if you guys are in these trees here. you'd be
Yeah,
fine.
we can go in the tree line. If that's.
Since you said that it's clear for us, you're not. No one's supposedly nothing.
You want me to go with
bothered
you?
us, so
Yeah.
you guys should be.
Well,
Otis?
yeah.
I'll go with you.
All right.
How far are you going?
Me and Otis, John, are gonna go into the tree line so he can do his
Translation.
magic. So put us like up here.
Alright. Won't go too far up so people can see you.
Well, we're in the trees.
We're in the trees, man. We're in the trees.
We're in the trees.
Okay.
See you in the trees.
What was that again?
So he sat down against, kind of like just hanging out there with his pack.
Yes.
The guy glanced at him,
Yes.
but then looked at you, took some tools off the little bench,
Yes.
and tossed them at your feet.
We're gonna put to work.
And you see, like, so there's like, you know, some anvil, bench, some tools, and on one side you see all these like weapons that, you know, are bent or like curved, need to be sharpened, or armor that has like breastplates with dents in it. And then on the other side of the pile, you see still not great looking weapons, but they have been straightened or sharpened or repaired to a passable condition.
I pick up a sword and start hammering on him.
Give me a roll.
Oh man, that
Pretty good. 14.
All right.
Me and Oates are in the bushes.
Plus what?
14's sufficient. The guy grunts in satisfaction as you toss your first completed piece. So what are you guys gonna do? Because they just keep expecting you to keep going, and they still have a pile to go through.
I just like casually, like you would, while you're working. Turn one of the guys like, yeah, we were just over the. Rocky's not here, but I kind of just nod back, pick up another sword, and start hammering some more.
Are you doing long con? Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for Rocky to come back.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know how to like. Unless someone asks me a question, I don't really know.
Oh
Yeah, they don't seem to be really incredibly conversationalists.
Yeah.
That's fine. Why don't you just keep hammering away?
Okay. Well, I was gonna like if there was, you can see what's going on, and that way you can like.
Probably. And it, like I said, it is embedded directly. The hinges are bolted directly into the ice.
How do you bolt things into ice?
Very carefully.
Get real.
Get better.
What is this, a fantasy game?
Magic.
I'm gonna have you say to them that ask about the meeting.
Well, I should know about the meeting, shouldn't I?
Is the mage hand?
No, you can.
Is the mage hand invisible?
What if I? Oh, here we go. Hold on. What if I like?
When the meeting's happening.
What if I like?
Not all mage hands are invisible. Yours might be. I don't know.
Well, mine's the Wedgerman version, right? Because I gotta see if that's invisible.
As I'm working on one of the swords.
You can't do a door with it though.
Can I do two
spells? What I'm thinking about doing is
I can do two spells.
seeing if I could like.
If they're not concentration.
Start
like message.
Pecking little pebbles from.
You can do a
the
message.
other way.
So I'm like hitting on one of those things, and I go like this, and I just point out, trying to like get the levels, but I'm pointing at you, but you don't, but they don't know that. And I message to you.
I'm semi-hard. What should I do?
No. Maybe lose my train of thought.
Semi-hard. What should I do? Just keep banging away.
I just turn to you and say, just lean into it, bud.
You made me completely forget what I was going to say.
There's no kink shaming here.
Like,
Just let it fly.
Like I said, I should know what the meeting is.
Oh no, you're in a camp.
Well, all of you pretty much know what the meeting is. All the tribes coming to meet.
Yeah, I'm saying
we know
what
it
is. So like, I'm saying like when's the meeting?
Oh.
That makes no sense because I know when the meeting is.
No. Because you're just in a tribe that got attacked, and
I should be, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like,
you don't know because
I want you to know. I want you to like. I need to know how to say what I'm saying. Like
you don't know how long you're out for. Like your tribe was attacked, you're knocked unconscious. You have no idea what day or time it is.
You can also assume you're a moderately intelligent person.
Yeah.
Not the best, but better than some of the weaker intellected people in the group.
Yes.
That You are currently working on a task with these guys.
Yeah.
You assume this task is to reinforce the horde when they arrive.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure out. It may be a little suspicious.
Do we have any update on when the
horde
will be arriving?
Well,
or when the rest of our group will be here,
or when you need to complete the task.
Yeah.
Instead of asking when is the meeting.
You need to know how to ask.
There you go.
How much time do we got till to get this completed?
So mine is invisible?
No,
I just looked it up. It is. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought if anyone, the arcane tricksters might be at one. So, all right, give me a persuasion check.
17.
All right, so the guy hammers out another breastplate, and you ask that question, and he goes, "On the third moon, the march to the south will set them on fire, and the pale skins,
my dream,
the soft skins, we will wear them in front of our fathers."
I say to you, that's weird. My dream, and you got to say that back to him.
Okay, I said that.
I got it. Like, oh man, my friend just had a dream like that.
But you could use that, maybe references I told you in that dream, to say to him to help convince him.
Well, they don't care. They just want to finish the job.
Yeah, but maybe if you know something, you might
Like
be
a
like
shadows on
impressed by that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Might be impressed by your knowledge.
I don't think they're going to be impressed by anything. They're worker bees. They don't care about much.
All right, what's Skeet doing?
Skeet is sitting there fiddling with his stuff, just kind of
like a child,
maintaining his weapons and stuff like that.
Your composure, semi-hardness.
I think what I'm going to do though. So
on our way here to the gathering, my group was attacked by a bunch of fae, and we are the only 2 survivors of our. How many was in our
So
group?
the orc in front of you lifts up a like a mace that's like been bent, like it hit something too low on the shaft, and he just kind of like bends it straight with his bare hands, and he goes, "Then you must be the strong ones," and tosses it into the good pile.
We are. We would.
So I'm gonna.
Red caps.
So I'm gonna have my mage hand. So it can pick up light things, right? So
5 feet. I mean 5 pounds.
Right. So I could pick up like some pebbles with it and like have it throw it at them, or no?
What I was thinking. What if I
could? It won't do damage, but you could throw.
Well, it's not for damage. It's as a
thinking
distraction to see if they'll go investigate something off the.
NPC thing, if you make a noise over there, they go check it out.
Yeah, it's almost like using it.
Yeah,
using
you throw
it
the
as
pebbles at him, and all of a sudden you see a thought bubble above his head with an explanation.
Yeah, like you see him go over, stare at a box that's on the ground with a.
It's kind of one of those things where
oranges on it.
I'm trying to use my mage hand to do like almost like a makeshift prestidigitation or whatever it's called. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and see if I can get some of these guys away to like try to investigate something or just get them. You know.
All right, so you throw some. There's not a lot of rocks because there's a lot of snow on the ground, but you do pick up something and toss it at him, and he just kind of like squats at it, like and it just keeps hammering.
Yeah.
Be real cool if we had someone in our group that could cast some kind of noise spell.
I'll have noise.
But he's way over there.
I know.
I can do Thunderous Smite, I think.
I have druid.
So
crap.
this goes
That might
into a
be able to
cave
produce
system.
What?
It's not like a fortress. It goes into a cave system.
No, it goes into this like icy cliff of the mountain.
Do you want me to? You think that would be a good idea there?
No.
Because I'm right next to you now.
How we get?
Wait, no.
Someone's got to open these doors.
No, you're way back here.
I want to
Ryan and
size these guys up.
Oats are up there.
And kind of see like what
So we have no way
level
of
of
coming
threat
in
I think
with
they
you,
are.
I wonder if I
Alright,
should
make
like,
an intelligence check.
Through like
Well,
kind of
instead of
studying
distracting them with
what's been
pebbles, I
going
figure
on.
we can.
I'm thinking of pulling.
All right, so it's a 17.
All right, so just watching them,
So yeah.
you can kind of make out the two bigger ones are they have like heavier armor, and they appear to be stronger than the other guys.
I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Yeah, kind of obvious.
Yeah.
The other ones, they look like your typical orc.
Okay. So
What if
essentially,
I
those
pull
would
out
go
the-
down pretty quickly. Those two would
Not so
obviously
much.
Take a little
be.
bit longer. It might
A
cause
little beefier.
Guys look like Doomsday.
What if I pull out the stuff?
Don't forget about the
Dog gave
4 that are.
So
fishing.
there's 6 that are they're not paying attention to you guys at all, but they are down on the pond fishing.
What if he's,
Yeah.
what if I say to them like, we found these on the fae that we killed.
You can drop your teeth, huh?
Dun dun.
All right, so you drop them.
I did it, so it's done.
Okay.
All right, so like one of the orcs stops smashing and picks up one of the teeth. The face in the ice will not be happy.
Chill out.
And then he goes
should we
back
tell
to
him
work.
now?
But he took one of the teeth.
Should we report this
To the chief?
face
To your
in the
chieftain?
ice?
I will inform the chieftain when our work is done. Those of not of the people are not allowed on the holy site.
Okay.
The one who I travel with is the harbinger.
The son of the vial.
Son of the vial.
So the guy that you just handed the tooth to, he doesn't go back to working. He kind of looks at you and kind of like tilts his head, and he like taps the shoulder of the other guy to his side. The 2 smaller ones are still working, and they lean into each other and whisper something. And the other orc looks over at him, and he's like, he spits in front of you.
Oh.
Which one did that?
No, I put my hand out in front of you.
One of the big ones.
I put my hand out in front of him and hold and stop him.
Let me at him.
So, Rogar, what do you see with your dragon
Let
eyes?
me get at him.
I don't have very good
A
sight.
blade comes out.
Oh shit, looks bad.
And
I say he is. We are
and
here to.
I don't hold it threateningly. I just hold it like not. I don't hold it ready in action, but I do hold it kind of menacingly, and I kind of start flipping it around. Like, are we doing this?
He looks down at your knife and he chuckles and reaches down behind the anvil in front of him, and he picks up this morning star that the spiked end at the base is probably about like this big, compared, which is like almost as big as your entire chest cavity. And he gives it a good twirl.
I laugh at him.
I laugh jokingly. It's funny. Like, yeah, guys, it's craziness, right?
I laugh mockingly.
We're just here to meet up with the. We're just here to meet up with the for the gathering.
All right.
There's no need for.
Give me a D20 roll. Not you. Him.
God damn it. It's a 1. I was doing so well. It was going so
But you are blessed.
Son of a twin.
Yeah, you are blessed.
Yeah, you are blessed.
That gives me a maximum of a 5.
But it's not a critical fail.
I think a 1's always a critical fail.
Brian.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it looks like we're out of all our good dice rolls. We ran out of chewing gum, so now it's time to kick ass. I guess I can say ass. Thank you very much for joining us here at Dungeonetics. We can be reached at Dungeonetics on Instagram, Dungeonetics, the Facebook page, Dungeonetics, which I never check on Twitter, Dungeonetics at gmail.com, and we have a video game that exists. It's just search for Dungeonetics. The music that you've listening to at the beginning of this episode was provided by Kellen, and the music that you are currently hearing provided by Virus of Ideals. Thank you both so much. Great job with the smite, man. Whew. The little bips and blops that you heard during the episode were provided by freesounds.org. There's other free stuff out there, but if you're going to look for a sound of a gentleman sneezing on public access, I can't think of a better place. And remember, adventurers, each inside every one of you is the beautiful expression of a flower, the sullen stare of a crow, and the fiery heat of a volcano. Which one you choose to harness is up to your command. Have a great night and a beautiful tomorrow.